France is a country that really lives up to its renowned reputation. When it comes to this beautiful country, you'll quickly see why it is so beloved by travelers. While the Eiffel Tower and Louvre deserve their iconic status, some of France's greatest charms lie in the smaller details. Wandering cobblestone village streets, sampling fresh baguettes from corner boulangeries, admiring patchwork vineyards rolling over the hills. The food here is a highlight. Simple yet incredibly flavorful dishes like bouffe bourguignon or fresh seafood along the coastlines. And the wines from Bordeaux, Burgundy, and other famed regions are hard to beat. The art and historical sites are truly impressive too. You'll stumble upon masterpieces in smaller regional museums. And the medieval towns, chateaux, and cathedrals give you an appreciation for France's rich history and heritage. What really resonates is the leisurely pace of life. Parisians whiling away hours at sidewalk cafes, families picnicking in parks, couples strolling arm in arm along the river. The French make an art of slowing down to savor life's simple pleasures. From the Alpine peaks to the Mediterranean beaches, France offers an incredibly diverse array of landscapes and experiences. This video will showcase 17 of the best places that capture what makes this country so endlessly appealing. Paris, as one of the world's most iconic and influential cities, Paris encapsulates everything beloved about French culture. The capital's historic heart is the Ile de la Cité, home to the breathtaking Gothic Cathedral of Notre Dame. Though tragically scarred by the 2019 fire, its rebuilt grandeur remains a must-see. Nearby, the Louvre, the world's largest and most visited art museum, captivates with priceless works like the Mona Lisa and Venus de Milo. No Paris visit is complete without admiring the wrought iron latticework of the Eiffel Tower, especially when its lights sparkle nightly. Strolling the Champs-Élysées from the Arc de Triomphe allows exploring upscale shops and cafes. The bohemian village atmosphere of Montmartre charms with street artists, sidewalk cafes, and the iconic white-domed Basilica of Sacré-Cœur. Culturally, Paris is a powerhouse, brimming with museums like the Musée d'Orsay, art galleries, exquisite cuisine, fashion houses, and old-world architecture around every bend. Cruising along the Seine offers gorgeous views of grand monuments like the Conciergerie and Notre Dame. With its invaluable contributions to art, architecture, food, and style, Paris seduces and inspires like no other. French Riviera. The French Riviera is the glamorous Mediterranean coastline of southeast France. This sun-drenched region is renowned for its beautiful beaches, opulent seaside towns, and jet-set lifestyle. Nice is a top destination, with its pebbly beaches along the turquoise Baie des Anges, Old Town's winding streets, and lively restaurant scene. Cannes hosts the famous annual film festival, drawing celebrities to its palm-lined promenade and marina filled with luxury yachts. Saint-Tropez exudes bohemian chic, with pastel-hued buildings, quaint shops, and a scenic café culture. Beach clubs like Nikki Beach and Le Club 55 attract the rich and famous. The hilltop village of Aix offers stunning coastal views. While known as a playground for the wealthy, the Riviera has humbler appeal too. Towns like Antibes, Juan-les-Pins, and Menton have lovely markets, public beaches, and historic old towns to explore. Inland are picturesque medieval villages like Saint-Paul-de-Vence. With its mix of glamour, natural beauty, mild climate, and quintessential Mediterranean vibe, the French Riviera provides a magical setting for romantic getaways, beach lounging, celebrity spotting, and simply soaking up luxury and la vie en rose. Provence. Provence is a region in southeastern France that epitomizes the idyllic provincial French lifestyle. From scenic hilltop villages to lavender fields stretching to the horizon, Provence captivates with its rustic beauty. Perhaps its most iconic sight are the endless lavender fields in full purple bloom during summer around Valençol. The picturesque village of Gordes epitomizes Provençal charm, with its golden stone buildings clinging to a hillside. Roussillon is another must-see, its houses crafted from deep, ochre-colored clay. No visit is complete without exploring charmingly preserved towns like Saint-Rémy, L'Isle-sur-la-Sorgue, and Les Baux. Arles is famed for its Roman ruins and connections to Van Gogh. Avignon offers an imposing medieval palace. Beyond the villages, Provence's scenic pleasures include fields of sunflowers, vineyards, olive groves, and rivers like the Gorges du Verdon Canyon. Outdoor markets overflow with fragrant Provençal products like lavender honey and herbes de Provence. With its warm sunshine, fresh cuisine featuring delights like bouillabaisse, excellent wines, and laid-back pace, Provence provides a taste of the good life in the sunny south of France. Its landscapes have inspired artists for centuries. Loire Valley. The Loire Valley is a verdant region in north-central France, known as the Garden of France. It's renowned for its magnificent chateaux, many of which are considered among the finest examples of Renaissance architecture. The star attraction is the 16th century Château de Chambord, the largest and most extravagant of the Loire chateaux. Its French Renaissance architecture features countless towers, chimneys, and a famous double helix staircase. Other iconic chateaux include the elegant Chenonceau, built across the Cher River, and Château d'Amboise, overlooking the Loire. Azay-le-Rideau is one of the earliest Renaissance-style chateaux, set picturesquely on an island in the Indre River. Beyond the chateau, the Loire Valley boasts charming towns like Amboise, Chinon, and Saumur. The region's fertile valleys produce outstanding wines, from bright Sancerre to rich Chinon reds. Visitors can explore scenic routes like the Loire a Vélo cycling trail. With its fairy tale castles, idyllic rivers, and countryside landscapes, the Loire Valley encapsulates the romance of rural France. It's a place to sip wine al fresco, tour ornate palace rooms, and experience life as French royalty once did. Bordeaux. Bordeaux is a cosmopolitan city in southwestern France renowned as the wine capital of the world. This elegant port city on the Garonne River offers a perfect blend of urban sophistication and viticulture. Its historic heart is a sprawling UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to well-preserved 18th century architecture like the Grand Theatre and Place de la Bourse. Wandering the old town's graceful plazas and pedestrian shopping streets like Rue Sainte-Catherine reveals neoclassical mansions and charming cafes. But Bordeaux's main draw lies in its world-famous vineyards, stretching across the fertile Garonne and Dordogne valleys. Appellations like Médoc, Graves, Sauternes, and Saint-Emilion produce coveted reds and whites that make touring chateaux and tasting rooms a must. Take a scenic cruise along the Garonne or visit La Cité du Vin Museum to learn about Bordeaux's 2,000-year winemaking heritage. Other highlights include modern landmarks, like the decanter-shaped La Cité du Vin Museum and Pont-Jacques Chaban-Delmas vertical lift bridge. With its stately architecture, thriving food scene, and unparalleled access to some of the world's most prestigious wines and estates, Bordeaux makes for an oenophile's dream destination. Mont Saint-Michel is a small tidal island located just off the coast of Normandy. This remarkable medieval village, surrounded by massive walls and overlooked by a towering abbey, is one of France's most iconic and photographed sites. At the highest point sits the breathtaking Abbaye du Mont Saint-Michel, a Gothic-style Benedictine abbey dating back to the 11th century. Its unique setting atop the island allows visitors to walk around the exterior on a small street lined with museums, shops, and restaurants when the tide is out. During high tides, the abbey appears like a miraculous mirage, surrounded by the swirling waters of the English Channel. Timed visits allow walking across the newly constructed elevated bridge to witness this extraordinary scene. Within the abbey's historic walls, highlights include the elegant cloisters, the giant wheel used to haul supplies during construction, and the church's stained glass and sculptures. The village is a tangle of narrow streets lined with medieval buildings. This commune has remained almost completely unspoiled, drawing visitors from around the world to witness its architectural marvels isolated amidst the shifting coastal tides and sands. It's an utterly unique French cultural treasure. Dordogne. The Dordogne region of southwestern France is a land of medieval villages, prehistoric wonders, and scenic countryside where the Dordogne River winds through lush green valleys. Perhaps the top highlight is the cluster of les plus beaux villages, including Baynac et Cazenac, a storybook town with a mighty chateau perched above. La Roque-Gajac's honey-colored buildings cling to cliffs along the river. Fortified Dôme offers sweeping valley views. The Vézère Valley is home to the UNESCO-listed Lascaux Caves, containing masterpieces of prehistoric art like the Lascaux shaft scene. The Lascaux II replica allows you to view these 17,000-year-old cave paintings up close. Other draws include canoeing along the Dordogne, exploring the English-ruled town of Sarlat with its Renaissance architecture, and visiting duck farms to sample foie gras and confit. Hilltop chateaux like Castelnau and Baynac transport you to the Middle Ages. Snacking on walnut bread, cured meats, and sipping full-bodied Bergerac wines are all part of the Dordoigne's rustic countryside pleasures. With its beautifully preserved heritage villages, ample outdoor activities, and glimpses into prehistoric human history, the Dordogne makes for an idyllic, off-the-beaten-path French escape. Normandy. Normandy, in northern France, is a region steeped in historical significance and natural beauty. It's most famous as the site of the D-Day landings during Wat d'Altou that turned the tide against Nazi Germany. The D-Day beaches stretch across 50 miles of Normandy's coast. Key landing spots like Omaha, Utah, Gold, Juno, and Sword beaches host solemn memorials and museums chronicling the invasion. The American cemetery overlooking Omaha Beach contains graves of over 9,000 soldiers. Beyond the D-Day sites, Normandy enchants with its stunning coastline. The beachside resort towns of Deauville and Trouville offer a lively seaside atmosphere. The massive rock formations of the Étretat Cliffs are a dramatic natural wonder. Inland, Normandy's half-timbered houses and Gothic cathedrals impart a fairy tale feel. Highlights include Rouen towering Notre Dame Cathedral, the storied tapestry found in Bayeux, and the port city of Honfleur with its picturesque fishermen's houses. From Mont Saint-Michel's mythical island abbey to the Normandy countryside's apple orchards and farms producing Camembert cheese, cider, and Calvados brandy. This region allows immersion into France's rich history, cuisine, and bucolic charms. Strasbourg. Strasbourg is the capital of France's Alsace region, situated near the German border. This charming city blends its French and German influences into a delightful mix of cultures. The city's centerpiece is the awe-inspiring Notre Dame Cathedral, one of Europe's finest examples of Gothic architecture. Its intricate pink sandstone exterior and soaring single spire make it unmistakable on the skyline. Inside, stained glass windows filter colored light onto the nave. Surrounding the cathedral is the historic Grande Ile Quarter, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here you'll find quintessential Alsatian architecture like the half-timbered houses and multi-story geranium-bedecked residences that give the city its fairy tale quality. The area around Petite France is the romantic heart, with tanning mills, covered bridges, and waterways coursing through medieval buildings. Place Kléber is a lively hub, lined with cafes perfect for people watching. Beyond the Old Town, Strasbourg has lots to offer like parks, museums, and the European Parliament buildings. Don't miss sampling Alsatian wines and hearty fare like choucroute garni and flambé tarte flambés. With its cross-cultural blend and wonderfully preserved Old Town, Strasbourg provides one of the most enchanting cityscapes in France. Annecy is an alpine town in southeastern France that has earned the nickname Venice of the Alps, thanks to its incredibly picturesque setting along the shores of Lake Annecy. The historic Old Town is a maze of winding canals, cobblestone streets, and beautifully preserved medieval buildings and churches. Gliding along the Tillou Canal in colorful flat-bottomed boats provides wonderful views of the flower-decked buildings lining the waterways. Lake Annecy itself is a real draw, with its crystalline turquoise waters fringed by pleasant beaches and snow-capped peaks in the distance. Cycling or strolling the lakeshore paths offers lovely panoramas of this idyllic alpine scene. Up in the hills, the Château d'Annecy offers a glimpse into the town's medieval heritage and provides stunning lake vistas from its ramparts. Nearby hiking trails explore forests and mountain pastures. In addition to its natural beauty, Annecy has a lively dining scene with great French fare and chocolatiers. Its picturesque canals, striking lake setting amidst the Alps, and beautifully preserved Old Town make it a true gem of the Haute-Savoie region. French Alps. The French Alps stretch along the eastern borders of France, encompassing some of the most spectacular mountain scenery and terrain in all of Europe. This vast alpine playground is a wonderland for outdoor enthusiasts and nature lovers alike. In winter, renowned ski resorts like Chamonix, Val d'Isère, Courchevel, and Megève draw skiers and snowboarders from around the world with their powdery slopes, challenging runs, and lively après ski scenes. The Mont Blanc Massif offers some of the most iconic and photogenic peaks. When the warm months arrive, the Alps transform into a hiker's paradise, with trails winding through lush meadows, past granite spires, glacial lakes, and quaint mountain villages. Iconic hut-to-hut treks like the Tour du Mont Blanc allow experiencing the roof of Europe on foot. For a thrilling adrenaline rush, adventurers can try mountaineering, rock climbing, paragliding, or even Europe's highest suspension bridge at the Glacier 3000 ski area. More mellow pursuits include cycling along mountain roads or exploring the vineyards around Savoy. With its soaring elevations, dramatic glaciers, and endless options for outdoor recreation amid jaw-dropping scenery, the French Alps are a true nature lover's paradise, no matter the season. Nice, located on the gorgeous Côte d'Azur, is the unofficial capital of the French Riviera. This seaside city offers a perfect mix of sun-drenched Mediterranean atmosphere and rich history and culture. The star attraction is the long curve of the pebbly beach lining the famous Promenade des Anglais, which hugs the azure blue waters of the Baie des Anges. People watching from a seaside cafe while taking in the views of the coastline is a quintessential Nice experience. The atmospheric Old Town, Vieux Nice, beckons with its maze of winding medieval lanes, Baroque churches, and lively Courcelea flower and food markets. Stop for Saka, the delicious chickpea crepe from Niçois cuisine. Art lovers shouldn't miss the Musée Marc Chagall or Musée Matisse, which highlight the works of two masters who were inspired by Nice's brilliant light and color. The Russian cathedral with its colorful onion domes is another cultural standout. Take in the city panoramas by climbing up to the Colline du Château Park, the ruined castle site offering postcard-worthy vistas, or head out to chic Cap Ferrat or elegant Villefranche-sur-Mer for a taste of the Riviera high life. With its sunny Mediterranean climate, rich cultural offerings, and easygoing seaside atmosphere, Nice effortlessly blends historic charm with the delights of modern resort living. Montpellier. Montpellier is an energetic, youthful city in southern France that makes for an excellent off-the-beaten-path destination. As home to one of the oldest universities in the world, it exudes a dynamic student culture, infusing its historic quarters with a lively, contemporary spirit. The iconic Promenade de la Esplanade is a mile-long, tree-lined pedestrian avenue perfect for strolling and café hopping. Adjacent sits the Grand Place de la Comédie, its regal neoclassical arches hosting lively weekly markets. In the Equesson Quarter, medieval churches and mansions intermingle with hip bars and boutiques. Highlights include the spectacularly ornate Cathedral Saint-Pierre and the imposing 14th-century Porte du Pérou Gate. Just outside town, visitors can soak up southern French leisure at Mediterranean beach towns like Palavas-les-Flots, or taste your way through the Languedoc wine region's countryside, producing excellent reds and roses. Montpellier seamlessly blends provincial charm with a modern outlook, a superb dining scene, youthful atmosphere, and proximity to both beaches and vineyards. It provides an authentic, energizing alternative to France's more touristed areas for those seeking a taste of vibrant southern living. Marseille, France's second-largest city, is a gritty yet utterly captivating Mediterranean port with an impact that belies its often overlooked status on the tourist trail. As one of Europe's oldest cities, it boasts a rich cultural tapestry born from 2,600 years of history. The nucleus is Marseille's atmospheric viewport, Old Port, lined with lively waterfront cafes and restaurants. From here, narrow streets lead into the city's charismatic oldest quarter, Le Panier, with its labyrinth of lantern-hung passages and Afro-Caribbean influence. Don't miss some of Marseille's standout attractions, like the Neo-Byzantine Notre-Dame de la Garde Basilica, with its striped marble interior and panoramic views. The island quarter, Quartier de Lille, hosts the city's oldest occupied residences, as well as fascinating museums. Just south is the ruggedly scenic Calanques National Park, where turquoise coves and soaring limestone cliffs make for superb hiking and kayaking adventures along the Mediterranean. From its working-class grittiness and global cultural diversity to its ancient maritime heritage and sweeping coastal landscape, Marseille delivers a richly authentic and vibrant slice of southern French city life, unlike anywhere else. Nantes, a vibrant city in western France situated along the Loire River, offers an intriguing blend of historical grandeur and modern cultural flair. Once a prominent maritime trading port, Nantes has reinvented itself into a dynamic metropolis celebrated for its art and innovation. In Nantes' beautifully preserved Old Town, the Gothic Cathédrale Saint-Pierre is a marvel, as are the half-timbered merchant houses lining the cobbled streets. The grandiose Château des Ducs de Bretagne Chateau dominates the skyline as a legacy of the city's prestigious ducal history. But Nantes has firmly embraced the contemporary too. The former shipyards on the Ile de Nantes have been transformed into a vibrant district featuring Les Machines de Lille, an artistic park with fantastical mechanical elephant and ant sculptures created from salvaged industrial materials. Other standouts include the Jardin des Plantes Gardens, newly renovated Eiffel Tower viewing point, and the acclaimed Jules Verne Museum celebrating the famed author who was born here. Nantes' young creative community fuels an energetic dining, nightlife, and street art scene. With its seamless fusion of heritage and avant-garde attractions, youthful exuberance, and an endless calendar of festivals and events, Nantes provides an enthralling taste of Brittany's urban renaissance. Dijon. Dijon, the capital of the Burgundy region, is a stately and immaculately preserved medieval town that charms visitors with its old-world elegance and delectable culinary heritage. At the heart of Dijon's UNESCO-listed city center lies the ornate palace of the Dukes of Burgundy, an imposing 14th/15th century Gothic gem that exemplifies the region's former ruling power. Highlights include the intricately carved tombs and the half-timbered barn, housing the Museum of Burgundian Life. Surrounding the palace, the Old Town beckons with its maze of cobblestone streets, antique carousels on Place de la Libération, and buildings sporting glazed tile roofs and ornate facades. Mustard shops and gourmet food halls offer ample opportunities to sample Burgundian specialties like pain de pits gingerbread and wines. Just outside town, the Route des Grands Crus wine road weaves through the world-famous Côte de Nuit vineyards, where tastings abound at esteemed estates like Romanée-Conti. The rolling countryside provides the perfect backdrop for leisurely drives and cycling through idyllic villages. With its incredibly preserved medieval character, rich gastronomy, proximity to top Burgundy vineyards, and regal architectural heritage, Dijon encapsulates the finer traditions of Provence. Metz, a city in northeast France's Lorraine region, is often overshadowed by more famous destinations. However, those who take the time to visit are rewarded with a beautifully preserved old town, brimming with architectural splendors from its storied past. The historic heart of Metz is the Vieille Ville, a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to its exceptional collection of centuries-old buildings. Standing guard is the awe-inspiring Metz Cathedral, with its kaleidoscope of stained glass and soaring Gothic lines, making it one of France's most impressive medieval churches. Nearby, the lively Place Saint-Louis hosts a lively market underneath intricately carved Renaissance-era timber-framed houses. The Porte des Allemands city gate and Gallo-Roman ruins provide glimpses into Metz's lengthy history. Along the Moselle riverfront, verdant parks and promenades are lined by the city's trademark yellow limestone Germanic architecture styles. The Quartier Outrecy is filled with charming cafes ideally situated along the waterways and medieval village alleyways. With its bountiful history, seamless blend of French and Germanic cultural influences, and wealth of impeccably preserved architecture, Metz makes for an underrated, delightfully atmospheric detour in northeastern France. From the iconic Eiffel Tower and café-lined boulevards of romantic Paris to the sun-drenched lavender fields and idyllic villages of Provence, the soaring alpine peaks and world-class ski resorts of the French Alps, to the glamorous beach clubs and azure waters of the French Riviera, we've explored the natural scenery, cultural treasures, culinary delights, and boundless joie de vivre that make France one of the world's top travel destinations. Whether you dream of sipping wine amid the chateaux of the Loire Valley, getting off the beaten path in the rustic Dordogne, bar hopping in the youthful energy of Montpellier, or simply indulging all your senses in the art, architecture, and inimitable pleasures of cities like Paris, Nice, Bordeaux, and Lyon. I hope this video has inspired your wanderlust for the best of what France has to offer. If you'd like to experience these unforgettable destinations for yourself, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Drop a comment below on where in France you're dreaming of visiting next, and give this video a big thumbs up if you're ready to start planning your own French adventure. That's all for now.